What up, it's Blake K, and today I'm going to be going over the top 5 best free VSTs. This list is kind of a personal favorite list, and it's also not in any particular order, so here's an updated list of free VSTs. But before we get into that, I got some honorable mentions. Obviously, I'm going to put Isotope Vinyl in here because it's a really good free alternative to RC20. I'm sure you already know that because Isotope Vinyl is on everybody's top 5 list. Super quickly, I'm just going to do a demonstration of what Isotope Vinyl does, and if you don't want to see that, just skip to this time. So here I've got this loop pulled up from a loop kit that I'll be dropping in the future. This is what it sounds like without anything on it. So I've gone ahead and put Isotope Vinyl on the melody, and I'll just show you guys what it does. So the first thing I'm going to go over is the year. You can basically just make a melody sound really old, like I'm going to go straight down to 1930 and hit play. It just gives it a really old vintage sound, and you can just play with it until you find one that you like. I like it at 1980, so I'm just gonna leave it there. You can add mechanical noise to it, like as if it was playing off a record. I'm not the biggest fan of it. It can be really annoying, especially since it plays even when you haven't hit play yet. So you'd just be sitting here in your project and listening to this. So if you are to put it on, I would just suggest only putting a little bit on, but I'm not gonna put any on here. The same thing is with this electrical noise. It's again just supposed to give it that retro sound, but again, it plays even if you don't hit play, and it's really annoying. And so the next one here, we're gonna do Where. I don't know why you would want to use Where even, so like these three here, I probably wouldn't want to do it very much. And the very last one, I'm not going to cover Dust and Scratch because they're pretty much the same thing. Like this one just adds clicking throughout it. I don't like that very much. And then this one adds scratch noises. I'm not the biggest fan. But you can make it warp, which is pretty much just detune, and it's a free detune, so that's pretty nice. And another quick thing you can do is you can do like a vinyl off kind of thing when you hit this button. Anyways, Isotope Vinyl, you guys get the point. It's pretty cool, but it's not in my top 5. But here's a quick little Easter egg. You can pop out these screws, and then it shows you everybody that made the plugin. And for my next honorable mention, it's going to be Camel Crusher. Everybody's put this on their list, but I just wouldn't put it in my top 5. It's a very good plugin, but it would kind of seem like a cop-out if I just put it on my list. So basically, it's a distortion plugin with a bunch of different presets. So to show you what Camel Crusher does, for the most part, you would pretty much only want to use it on 808s. I've got my favorite 808 here pulled up from my drum kit. It's that goated 808. Here's how it sounds normally. Pretty cool. And I'm just going to throw Camel Crusher on it. So as you can hear, it does a lot of distortion. So personally, I would just take it in a really small amount. Like, to me, that sounds cool. So yeah, that's Camel Crush, pretty useful. And now we're gonna get into my top 5 list. So the first plugin on my top 5 list, it's not in any particular order, but the first one I'm gonna go through is Cymatics Space Light. It's a new plugin, and there is a paid for version, but for me, this is good enough. So basically what it does is reverb. And there's a lot of things you can do with this. There's a lot of presets, but I'll just show myself playing with it until I get a sound that I like. So now that I got something that I like, I'm going to play the melody without it. And now here it is with it. It's not the biggest change in the world, but it's enough to just give it more room and more presence, and I like it better. And so the next plugin I'm gonna go through is called Fresh Air. I really like this one. It's not one of those ones that makes the biggest change in the world, but basically it just gives your melody a bunch more presence. For example, here's the melody once again with nothing on it. Here it is with Fresh Air turned up to half. Here it is turned all the way up. So basically what this does is this knob boosts the frequencies in the mid-range and this knob boosts the frequencies in the high range, but it does it in such a nice way. Like you wouldn't get the same effect if you just went in an EQ and took them both up. And this button right here just links the two together, so if you turn one, it turns the other. And it also comes with quite a few presets. You can use it on vocals, you can use it on your melody, clap, hi-hats, any drum sound. It's awesome. So the next VST I'm gonna go through is called Vital. It's actually a synth, it's not an effect or anything. It comes with a bunch of presets by default. I think the free version only comes with 75 presets, but there's still a good amount in here and you can make your own. So if you're into sound design, well, this is one of the best free VSTs for you. I'm just gonna quickly lay out this quick sequence. All I have to do is put in one note. It's the real square pusher hours. I'm gonna lay it out, just one note, and it sounds like this. And that's gonna bring us into our next two plugins. The next plugin is called TDR Nova. It's basically just an EQ, but it also has a dynamic EQ built into it, and it's hard to find a good free dynamic EQ. If you don't know what a dynamic EQ is, I'll show you right here. So let's play the melody. There's a lot of high frequencies up here that I really don't like. So what I'm gonna do is take this right here, boost the frequencies I don't like. I'll lower the volume for you guys so you guys don't have to hear this. So the frequencies I don't like are around the 2.6 kilohertz range. So basically, once you find where the frequencies you don't like are, just turn on threshold, press play, and then lower this knob until you see it hitting in that range. And the further down you crank the knob, the harder it's gonna pull it down. If you change this Q knob right here, it'll tighten it or widen it. So yeah, you guys basically get the idea. It's an EQ, but it does it dynamically and it does it live. So if something's not hitting within that threshold, it's not gonna get pushed down, rather than if you just used a normal EQ and just took that part down. This plugin does it dynamically, so when it hits a certain volume, it gets taken down. And the very last plugin I'm gonna go through is called Halftime. You guys have definitely heard of this. It does cost money, but there's a free version and you can basically do the same thing. I know you are limited to what you can do with it, but I would still recommend running the free trial. It's $10 if you really like it, and I'll just show you guys what it does. So I switched the note for the Vital sequence. It's a lot higher up so that you can really hear what Halftime's doing. So this is it without Halftime on it. And this is it with default Halftime settings. Anyways guys, that does it for my top 5 list of free VSTs. All 5 of them and the 2 honorable mentions are going to be linked down below. Friendly reminder that my website blakek.com just launched with my drum kit, the 30 round kit. So go head over to blakek.com if you're interested. But other than that guys, go make yourself some bangers for free. More videos coming soon, tutorials, and whatever else I want to upload. But yeah guys, it's been your boy Blake, and I'll catch you in the next one.